How are we doing so far? We've covered 3 principles. Number 1, prioritize your actions. Number 2, focus on taking the next step and nothing else. Number 3, clean up. How many feel more energized already? Got some? Yeah, good. Okay, let's get into some of the big ones. So, accelerator number 4. Let's take a look at this. What is that? A box? Good. So expand on this. What else could it be? It is a box. Piece of paper could be a piece of paper. Space, yes, it's a space. And who might be in that space? You think? How many feel like you might be in a box? Yes. So what do you call that space? The comfort zone. Give it a hand. Good job. The comfort zone. That space is your comfort zone, and guess what? Everything that you have today, it's not a problem. Everything you have today, it's inside your comfort zone, yes? Well, for most people, in some way or shape or form, it's inside your comfort zone. But everything that you want that you don't have, guess where that is? That's outside your comfort zone. So, there's a couple of ways that you can go about getting these things. The first is to give up, which, by the way, many, many people do, to say, you know what, I don't really want those things anyway. Don't think it leads to really great high quality of life, but that's some people's choice. The second thing you could do, and many people do this one, is they wait, because you could actually just wait till these things kind of find their way, they come to you. How many think that they're going to come? Well, some will occasionally, right? But consistently getting what you want in life ain't going to happen if you wait for things to come to you, yes? So the only way that I know of that you can actually get the things you want in life that you don't have now is to expand your comfort zone. Make it bigger and move those things inside. Yes? There's only one problem with that. Anybody know what it is? It's uncomfortable. And who wants to be uncomfortable? Nobody. So you have a choice. You can be comfortable and have what you have today, or you can be uncomfortable and have newer and greater things, the things that you want. It's completely up to you. Nobody else actually even cares that much. It's totally up to you. But if you're committed to getting what you want, you have to step outside your comfort zone. Now, how many of you, you feel like you're working pretty hard, hard and you're spinning your wheels. You're not getting as far ahead as you'd like to in what you're up to. I absolutely promise you, the reason that's occurring is because you're staying within your comfort zone. You could be working really, really hard, but until you get outside your comfort zone and experience something new, you never learn. You can read all the books, you can study, and so on. You know, Mike Shevin, who did the game today, you know what he said to me? And this is only the second time I'm on the stage in my life. Was he perfect? Well, maybe not compared to Dan Locke, but did he get the job done? Absolutely. And he got out of his comfort zone. As a result, he now has a new level of experience. The only way you can get experience is to step outside the comfort zone. And after a while, when you've been doing something, you know, Mike could do it a few more times and start to go, you know, I like this. Before you know it, it's inside his comfort zone. Does that make sense? So you need to constantly be stepping outside your comfort zone, and what that means is you have to confront your resistance. Really, it's resistance that keeps you inside your comfort zone and from avoiding doing new things. You have to break through that resistance. I'll give you a quick example. We had a woman who joined our coaching program a number of years ago. She was a mortgage broker, and she was struggling. She was a single mom, and she was wanting to build her business. And she had two little girls, and her priority was to be a parent. But she wasn't getting any money from her ex, so she was struggling. I said, well, how much money did you make last year? Like, she wanted to join our coaching program, and I was entertaining that idea. So I said, well, how much money did you make last year? And she said, $14,000 for a year with 2 kids. You know she's going into debt and borrowing money somewhere, right? And I said, oh, my God. So when I talked to her a little bit, I wouldn't normally work with a person that early on, because our principles are usually best for a person who's kind of an established opportunity. But I talked to her, and I got that she was really, really committed So I took her into our program and gave her some coaching. And I said, well, tell me where your clients come from. We got to get you more clients to get more money. Where do your clients come from? She says, well, you know, they get some come from referrals, blah, blah, blah. And she said, and last year I wrote an article for the Calgary Real Estate Weekly, and that got me some clients, and my ears pricked right up. And I said, really? And how many articles did you write? And she said, one. And I said, is there any other mortgage broker that wrote in the Real Estate Weekly? And she said, no. And I said, well, why don't you approach the magazine and say, I'd be willing to write a column every week. No, I could never do that. What would I write about? I said, well, there must be other mortgage brokers writing about something every week, so look at their topics and write your own version of it. I don't know. But you've got to be able to, you know, there's something you can write about every week. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, she was really committed. So she stepped outside her comfort zone. She contacted the Calgary Real Estate Weekly, and they said, well, actually, we don't really want to call from a mortgage broker every week, but we would like to have one every second week. And she started writing this column in the Real Estate Weekly. The next year, well, that year, she earned $47,000. That's good, yes? And now she still works part-time, because she's always working a little bit part-time. She's still in our program. She still works part-time. She earns between $60,000 and $80,000 a year working part-time as a mortgage broker, and still hangs out with her girls, who are now like 14 and 17 or something. But how cool is that? All it took was for her to get out of her comfort zone. We identified a strategy, and then she had to push through her resistance, which she was willing to do. So my challenge to you is, are you willing to push through your resistance? Yes? We'll find out, I guess. Right? So, anything else I need to say about that? Well, yeah, just think about a time when you had a massive breakthrough in your life. You got, your business or your life moved to a whole new level. Raise your hand if you were outside your comfort zone when that breakthrough occurred. It happens. It's the only way to do something really new, right? It's whether you're getting married or starting your own business or running your first ad in the Common Ground or, whatever it is during your first. I mean, I remember when I started Pro Coach back in 2004, I'd been partners with Harv Eker, who was just an amazing marketer. We had 2,000 people in our coaching program, and suddenly I went, it wasn't working for me to be with him. So the first thing I had to do was going to be one of the principals coming up. I had to say no to him and say, I'm done. I'm going to go on my own. And then, we'd been doing all our marketing and getting people in the program by Harv talking about it on the stage, which he was great at. And I guess I'm going to rent a room and bring some people. And I didn't have a talk. I didn't do anything. Didn't have anything. And talk about outside my comfort zone. Oh my God. And turned out just fine. Thank you very much. A heck of a lot better than it was before. So for you, think about those times that you've gone outside your comfort zone, and those have been successes. That'll anchor your desire, your willingness to do it again. Yes, you've got to break through the resistance. You'll feel the resistance to come up, but instead of seeing it as a red light stopping, just see it as a warning sign and go, okay, yep, we've got to be careful here, and then proceed that way.